Hello, Vergers. Michael Sanchez here. I am one of your board members. I am here today with Elizabeth Witten, and she is going to tell us a little bit more, a lot more actually, about the conference and how she's helping. So, Elizabeth, I want to welcome you
Thank
to
you.
our little broadcast here. Can you tell us who that gentleman is right next to you, and what in the heck you are all doing to help make this conference go?
Yes, I'm really happy to introduce my husband, Richard, who is also one of the lead vergers at Christ Church Cranbrook. And he and I are very excited because this year has been phenomenal as we've undertaken both planning the conference as well as we are working on completing our Verger fellowship training. So we undertook that as a partnership along with three other vergers in our church. So it's been a super fun year because we get to spend a lot of quality time together, and I'm so happy that my husband and I get to be on this journey together.
Well, that's great. Can you give our audience a bit of insight about sort of the things that you have your hands in? I know planning these conferences is a really big job, and you can't do it alone. We've been saying that throughout this whole process. So, can you give us an idea of what you are helping out with, and sort of give us that overview?
Sure.
Well, I'll start off. I mean, as you said, we've got our fingers in a lot of different pies right now, and there's a lot of wonderful people that we are working with. As she said, there are three other vergers as well as the board member at our church, Albie, who you've spoken with previously, all working with our pastor in residence to prepare put this all together. We're working on the hotel arrangements, the banquet arrangements, and some of this we'll talk about more here in a little bit. The food, the swag. I'm a swag guy. I like my swag. So, and the conference scheduling, what the classes and sessions are, the worship opportunities, the cultural opportunities, and trying to put that all together and cram it into a 3.5 day period, which is a real chore trying to make it all fit.
That's for sure. Yeah, we keep very, very busy during these conferences. Uh, so moving on, I want to start with the swag. We love our swag bags. You know, it's a long-standing tradition for our conferences. We have some really memorable bits of swag that we've received in the past. So we don't want to spoil anything. But if you want to, you get to tell us whatever you'd like to do. Maybe a preview, a hint. We saw a wonderful pen here a few weeks ago on our Facebook page. Um,
Oh.
so tell us what you want to tell us.
Well, as you said, I don't want to spoil a surprise, but what I will say is all the attendees will get several useful items that they will use on a regular basis, and it will help them proudly and loudly proclaim their association with the Verger Guild, as well as serve as a reminder of their wonderful time with us. And it will be stuff that they will use until they wear it out.
I love it. And I know that our conference attendees will love that too. So, one of the big things that's always sort of a centerpiece of our experience is the hotel, where we're going to be at, the accommodations. We've seen a little bit about that on the website, but can you give us some more detail about the hotel, why you chose that one, some things that our members can look forward to when they check in?
Sure. So we chose Somerset Hotel. We looked at a number of hotels in the area, and one of the guiding choices or factors that we took into consideration is the short distance of the hotel to the church. So Somerset Inn is 9 minutes from the church, which makes it super convenient. And it also, being someone who is somewhat I challenged with directions, um, is because he'll always say, honey, it would have been great to know I needed to turn there like 30 seconds ago. So it's literally like it's like an L to get to the church. So a straight and then a right-hand turn and you're there. So made that super easy to help people who are like-minded like me, that knowing where to turn and what lane to be in is sometimes of a challenge, and you take a very creative route getting from point A to point B.
I'm very good at that. So yeah, I appreciate the ease.
Silence is my best friend right now, because if I say anything.
So the other nice thing about it is, like, Saturday night after we've already had 2 full days, is you can go back to the hotel, freshen up, and literally just come downstairs, because the banquet is at our hosting hotel. So you don't have to worry about, where do I have to go next, except just downstairs in the elevator and to the banquet room. It's also conveniently located to a number of different really good restaurants if you want to step out and get coffee on your own or go somewhere else for breakfast. We're going to have some light morning snacks, but people are probably going to want to have breakfast before they come to the church each of the mornings, or they can just snack on the light refreshments we have available. So there's lots of breakfast options. Plus, there's a really huge, beautiful indoor mall that is literally across the street from the hotel. So if anyone forgets anything, the shopping is very convenient. So those are some of the things we took into consideration. But along with that, all those conveniences, is the staff that we've worked with at the hotel is incredibly friendly. They have been there to answer our questions, have helped us hook up with really good rates, set up the registration for everyone to log into. So when you go to the website and it says, book your hotel room, it goes right there. And they've just been incredibly accommodating, I think, to make it a place I would want my friends and family to come and stay. So,
That sounds wonderful.
Only thing I would add is just make sure that you register. Was it September 26th is a cutoff where we have to start releasing the rooms. So register early, register often.
We love it. We love it. Absolutely. We'll get behind that. For those folks who are flying in and may want some wheels as they're traveling about the area, tell us a little bit about car rentals and what you have in store for us there.
So obviously, Detroit Metropolitan Airport is a major hub for the airlines, including Delta. They have all the major car rentals there. I was able to secure some group rates from Avis and Hertz, and that is shown on the registration page as well. And the other thing I would encourage is that, especially if there are people coming from the same area, that they talk to one another and maybe share a ride, because other than transportation from the airport to the hotel and then once a day back and forth from the conference, there's not going to be an overwhelming need for individual transportation. We will be lining up buses, for example, going to the Detroit Institute of Arts on Saturday and to the Forgotten Harvest Service Project. So there will be transportation provided for that. So I'm encouraging people to kind of, if they're watching their budget, that they can coordinate with one another and try and share a ride.